Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, it doesn't happen very often, but it's happened between these two teams meeting for the first time. A suspended game tonight that continues in the bottom of the ninth inning. How did we get here? We review last night's action in a very good game from Fenway Park. Low scoring. Ben Zobrist with an RBI single off Adrian Beltre. In the third scores Carl Crawford, and the Rays grab the game's first run. Jason Varitek off to a terrific start, but a solo home run, his third of the season in the fifth inning, off Wade Davis, the starter for the Rays. Then in the sixth inning, after a leadoff walk to Kevin Youkilis, David Ortiz with a double to right. Youkilis gets thrown out at the plate, and the game remains tied 1-1. Rains come and delay the game at 10:21, finally suspended at 11:24. Well, one thing is for sure, Josh Beckett pitching very well in the game as he has gotten better with each start after going just 4 2/3 innings on opening day. He went 7 innings in each of his last 2 starts. While the innings totals have gone up in hits and runs allowed, everything else has gone down. Last night he threw a season-high 106 pitches, 71 for strikes. Beckett started 2-1 last season, 13-5 in April with the Red Sox. Well, in this strange setting, David Ortiz will be leading off, and the Red Sox hope he can continue to do what he's done so much of in the past. Grounds crew working hard as they get ready for this suspended game tonight from last night. It's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Boston Red Sox still in Game 1 of the series. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, joined by Jerry Remy. And Jerry, tonight's certainly a different night. This game starts in the bottom of the ninth.
Yeah, this is very strange, John. You know, I did this, I think, 3 times in my career, and it's a strange feeling coming to the ballpark to prepare for a regular game. But this is really weird to come in knowing that you go out there and one swing of the bat, the game could be over. And certainly the Red Sox are hoping that with David Ortiz leading off the inning. One thing about suspended games, any player that was removed from the game is not allowed to come back in. So when you look at the bullpens for both sides, the Red Sox are actually in pretty good shape. They only used Okajima and Papelbon. Now, Papelbon was going to start this ball game tonight if the Red Sox do not score, but his wife had a baby today, so congratulations to them. He's not available. It looks like maybe Josh Bard will come on and, Daniel Bard will come on and do the pitching instead of Papelbon, but they still have some guys available out there. But remember, anybody that was used in that ball game last night cannot be used in this suspended game tonight.
Well, the conditions are still not fantastic. It is cold, rainy here at Fenway Park. We hope to play the suspended game and then the regular scheduled game tonight, all on Nesson. We're back after this. Very similarly, just moments after this, they went and talked to Joe Madden. Joe Madden had been out a little bit earlier as well. We are scheduled to start here on time. Joe Madden's pitcher is warming, and of course Lance Cormier will be coming into this game for the Rays to pitch the bottom of the ninth inning. And the tarp has been off the field for a while. The one thing, Jerry, that is still happening here at Fenway Park is Joe Madden is coming out again. This is now a live shot. It's still raining here at Fenway Park, and that's an issue.
Yeah, certainly not as hot as it was last night when they called the game, but the rain is falling here at Fenway Park. And Joe Madden was out, as you mentioned earlier. He was checking some of the conditions of the field, a little bit of the infield, some of the outfield grass to see what the playing conditions were. Then we saw him go to the home plate umpire to discuss that. So we're just kind of waiting here and see what's going on. His pitcher is loose. He's ready to go. And Cormier is ready to come in and get this thing started, I believe.
Joe Madden was just signaling out to the pen for him to come in.
It may be that he can take some warm-up tosses from the mound.
Light rain falling here at Fenway Park, and you're right, not nearly as bad as last night. And obviously they feel like they can start this suspended game in this rain and play the regular scheduled game after that. It'll be David Ortiz, Adrian Beltre, and Jeremy Hermida scheduled to bat in the bottom of the ninth inning. Now, Jerry, I was a little surprised last night that they did not let the Red Sox hit in the bottom of the ninth. The conditions really were no different in the top of the ninth for the Tampa Bay Rays.
No, and there wasn't a heck of a lot of work being done in the field. There was some work being done in the pitcher's mound, obviously, and around home plate like there normally was, but the infield conditions looked pretty decent. And the rain was about the same, as it was in the top of the ninth inning. I was quite surprised, too, that they put the top on in the bottom of the ninth inning. But that brings us to tonight. And this is always kind of a very strange situation when you pick up a suspended game. It could end very quickly. Who knows? The Red Sox certainly hope that as they come to the bat in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Well, let's check out the condition and what is anticipated. Right now it's 41 degrees. Certainly feels much more like 36 or below. It is cold here and the wind is blowing in from center field, which makes matters a little bit worse at 7 miles per hour, and more of the same as far as precipitation is expected here in the Boston area tonight. So it's going to be hit and miss. Dodge the raindrops and try to stay warm here from Fenway Park. Big Papi getting ready for his at-bat, which will begin things here in the ninth inning. Dan Wheeler was the last pitcher we saw for the Rays. He ends up going 2/3 of an inning, and it'll be Lance Cormier coming out of the pen for the Rays. The Red Sox, as you may have heard Jerry announce in the open tonight, without Jonathan Papelbon tonight, is, of course, Gunnar Papelbon, the newest Papelbon, has joined us all tonight, and congratulations, 8 pounds, 8 ounces to the Papelbons. Bard will be coming in for the Red Sox if necessary in the top half of the 10th inning if we get that far. Lance Cormier taking the mound here with the rest of the Rays for the bottom of the 9th inning. The Yankees and Baltimore Orioles last year had a suspended game, but it was the last game of the series. So they actually didn't finish it for about a month and a half, which is even more strange when you think about what we had last night into today. But it doesn't happen very often, but it's happened here between the Red Sox and the Rays. Lance Cormier out of the pen becomes the 5th pitcher this game for Tampa Bay. His 5th appearance of the year, 4.91 earned run average, and a record of 1-0. He's already at 3 2/3 innings, and the opponent hitting at .231 against Cormier. He will be facing David Ortiz, who's just 1 for 7 against him. Adrian Beltre 1 for 4, and Jeremy Hermida, who is 1 for 5 in his career against Lance Cormier.
Also, the plan is once this game is completed, they're expecting to get the second game started within 30 minutes. So the umpires want to rush this thing up as much as possible. So kind of like one of the old-time Twilight doubleheaders that you used to play.
Well, let's revisit the defense.
The Tampa Bay defense will have Evan Longoria at third base, Jason Bartlett at shortstop, Reed Brignac at second base, and Carlos Pena at first, Kyle Crawford in left field, BJ Up in the center fielder, and Ben Zobrist in right, and Deanna Navarro doing the catching for Cormier.
The throw has gone down. David Ortiz ready to stand in. David has struck out twice in this game, once in the second, once in the fourth, and doubled in the 6th inning. 1 for 3 nights so far for David. And of course, it was his double to right field when Kevin Youkilis was gunned down at the plate for the first out of the 6th inning. And David ready to get it going here as the Rays reliever. Lance Cormier on the hill. Here is the first pitch of the last half of the 9th inning. And it's ball 1 to David Ortiz. Wade Davis started this game for the Rays, went the first 5, giving up 1 run. Grant Balfour for 2. David Ortiz to right, down the line, but foul. The distance was there, but out ahead and fouling it to the right of the pole.
That looks like David got a breaking ball, got out in front of it a little bit, and pulled it foul down that right field line. Little cut fastball.
Open for another here is the 1-1. He is in there for strike 2, and it's 1-2. Ortiz now, Beltre next. The Red Sox batting in the bottom of the 9th inning. Two and 2 to Ortiz. That's Cormier into the game, 29-year-old. His win was against Baltimore, a scoreless 9th inning last Tuesday. There's ball 3, full count to David Ortiz.
Interesting, if Ortiz reaches, would they use Mike Cameron as a pinch runner in this ball game? He's available tonight to the Red Sox.
Cormier finally ready with the 3-2 pitch. Ortiz lines it on a hop off the glove of Pena. He recovers and flips to Cormier for the first out here in the bottom of the 9th inning. A hot shot, but Pena able to knock it down. And Ortiz retired.
That top spin ground ball hit there by David Ortiz and hit hard. off the glove of Carlos Pena at first base. It doesn't get that far away from him. He's able to reach down and just flip it to the pitcher covering first base.
One down in the ninth inning. Here is Adrian Beltre. Beltre 0 for 2 with a walk in this game. He struck out and grounded out. And a foul tip at the plate. On deck is Jeremy Hermida with one out here in the ninth inning. It's 9 in a row retired by Rays pitching dating back to last night. And starting in the sixth inning. Good relief from Randy Choate. Dan Wheeler getting to Lance Cormier. Chop to third. Longoria sets and throws for out number 2 of the ninth.
Any kind of ground ball will be a challenge for infielders because the rain is falling. The infield is wet, and just getting a good grip on the ball is very important for those infielders. No problem that time for Longoria.
2 down for Jeremy Hermida. A single in the second inning. Reached on a fielder's choice in the fourth. And struck out looking in the sixth inning. There's strike one to Hermida. Center fielder B.J. Upton step or two towards right center. Way, and it's 1-1. Jason Varitek has got a home run in this game back in the fifth inning. Hoping he gets a chance here in the ninth. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2.
Cut fastball down and in that time from Cormier. Almost like a slider down off the plate.
Hermida strikes out, and it's a 1-2-3 ninth inning for Cormier. We head for extra frames, tied at 1. Wendy's, you know when it's real. Raining at Fenway Park. A little bit harder as we head to the 10th inning. As a new pitcher for the Red Sox in the 10th is Daniel Bard. His 7th appearance already on the year, an 0-1 mark, 3.00 earned run average. 4 strikeouts, but 3 walks. Opponents only hitting at 182 against Bard. Pat Burrell to lead it off for the Rays here in the 10th. And it's strike 1 to Burrell. Is 0 for 3. He's flied out to center field, struck out, flied out to right. Burrell, Brignac, and Deanna Navarro expected here in the 10th. And a swing and a miss.
Well, that's a big sweeping slider there from Daniel Bard. Big break on that slider. Way off the outside edge, but Burrell can't stay off it.
Makes quick work, Pat Burrell for the first out of the 10th inning.
And why not go right back to it? You made him look bad on the second strike. Right back to the breaking ball again from Daniel Bard. And not even close for Pat Burrell. So Papelbon ended the 9th inning with a strikeout. That was against B.J. Upton. Bard now with the strikeout against Burrell to lead off the 10th.
Here's Reed Brignac, who doubled back in the 5th inning. 1 for 3 night for Brignac, one of the 4 hits the Tampa Bay Rays have. And there's strike 1 to Brignac. 97 on the fastball that time. Chopped down the first baseline, playable for Euclid, who will take it himself. And there's 2 down to the 10th. So 2 up, 2 down, and up comes Deanna Navarro. The last suspended game in the majors happened on May the 5th last year between the Astros and the Nationals in Washington. It's not resumed until July the 9th in Houston. Strike 1 to Navarro. Last suspended game for the Red Sox going to go back to 1996, May 3rd against Toronto. Suspended in the 6th inning. Of course, the curfew was in effect at that time. Couldn't start an inning after 1 a.m. and it was finally suspended at 1:06 that night, or that early morning. This only marks the 7th suspended game ever. As 94 there was one, 89, 2 and 81, and back in 1978 against the Yankees. 0-2 pitch is popped up foul. That'll come back and underneath us. Still 0-2.
I believe I played at all 3 of those. The one in 78 and the 2 in 81, if I'm not mistaken.
The one was against Seattle at home.
Yep.
One at Kansas City.
Don't remember that one.
And the other one at Yankee Stadium.
Do remember that one.
Wins in 2 out of 3. Loss at home against Seattle. Wins at Kansas City and at New York. That one in New York went 17 innings. Navarro, swing and a miss, strikes out as Bard with a good 1-2-3 inning. We head to the bottom of the 10th inning. Jason Varitek will lead it off, tied at 1. Jason Varitek coming up. But of course, he homered back in the 5th inning, his 3rd home run already of the year. And an opposite field shot for Jason Varitek on the breaking ball.
Yeah, good Wade Davis curveball there, and Varitek taking it to the opposite field on a very difficult night to hit a home run in.
As we head here to the bottom of the 10th inning, Varitek, Hall, and Scudero expected to bat in the inning. Along with that home run, Jason is grounded out to second base, flied out to center. The moment the flag in left center field not moving, so the wind not that much of a factor right now anyways. It is ball 1 to Jason Varitek.
You know, it's funny, for most of the afternoon it did not rain here at Fenway Park. It was very cloudy. But it seems like as soon as the game started, that's when it started to rain again.
2-0 to Jason Varitek. Victor Martinez has come out on deck for Bill Hall. To right field as Ben Zobrist is there, and makes the catch for the first out of the inning. So it's going to be Victor Martinez who pinch hits here for Bill Hall. Imagine that Cameron would then go into center field for the Red Sox. Again, he is available in tonight's game. Well, here is Victor at 231. The home run, 4 runs batted in. Bill Hall in this game had been 0 for 3, batting at the number 9 spot, and Cameron looks like he's getting ready. Into the shift go the Rays on the right side for Victor Martinez. And there's ball 1 inside. Renyak in short right. Bartlett, the shortstop on the right side of the infield. 3 for 9 in his career against Cormier, who's out there for his 2nd inning of relief. It's Cormier, spent the 2008 season with the Orioles. 45 appearances, 4.02 earned run average. Last year he led the Rays relievers with 77 1/3 innings pitched. Guy that Joe Madden went to for multiple innings. And the case here tonight. His inning total among relievers 10th in the American League. And was used as a long man at times out of the Rays pen as well. 15 of 53 outings lasted 2 innings or more for Joe Madden. 3-0 pitch is a strike to Victor Martinez, and it's 3-1. Top of the order, Marco Scudero waiting on deck. It's been a very quiet game for Marco offensively. Line down the right field line, foul. To pinch hitting, 393 in his career in this spot. There he is with 1 out, bases empty. Little number right in front of the plate. It'll be the catcher Navarro, who fires to first for the out. And there's 2 down here in the 10th.
Good job by Deanna Navarro bouncing out behind that plate, taking it away from Cormier and getting that out at first base. Once again, that cut fastball. Dribble right out in front of home plate.
So 2 down here in the 10th, and it's back up top for Marco Scudero. 0 for 4 in the game. He was grounded out, flied out twice, and struck out. You know, from our standpoint, Jerry, we sit here and we say, oh, why don't they just play through? But I guess the question is, how difficult is it to play in the rain?
Oh, it's very difficult. You know, it's just so many things. Not only the rain, it's the temperatures, how cold it is out there, too. But, you know, everything gets wet. The helmet gets wet. The bat gets wet. The baseball's wet. Balls skip through the infield much quicker. Outfielders have to be careful. Not easy. And the longer it continues to rain and the longer this first game goes, you know, the field's going to be obviously taking a pretty good beating.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 down here in the 10th inning. Marco Scutaro. As Cormier has retired the first 5 he's faced as Scutaro takes ball 2. J.D. Drew waiting on deck, batting out of the number 2 spot. Pedroia batting 3rd for the Red Sox. Euclid is 4th. I remember from last night. 2-2. Chop towards third base. Long throw for Longoria. There in plenty of time. That's Cormier impressively retires all 6 Red Sox that he's faced. Game still tied at 1. Pitch here, the 11th inning from Daniel Bard back on the mound. He had a 1-2-3 10th inning. Facing the top of the Rays order in Jason Bartlett. One ball, 1 strike to Jason Bartlett. 0 for 4 in the game from the top spot.
98 miles an hour on that last fastball from Daniel Bard.
And the breaking ball in there for strike 1 and 2.
He's thrown some nasty sliders as we look at Mike Cameron, who's taken over in center field. Figured I'd take that for you down while you're taking a sip of your coffee.
It's very cold. One ball, 2 strikes to Jason Bartlett. On the ground softly by the mound. Scutaro gathers and throws. The first out here, the 11th inning. Tonight's extra innings are presented by Wendy's. Wendy's, you know when it's real. One out here in the top half of the 11th inning. And Carl Crawford about to stand in. Adrian Beltre at third base. A step on the infield grass. Then it's strike one from Bard. A lot of strikes. 14 pitches, 13 strikes. Well, Crawford got on reaching on an error by Marcos Scudero back in the third inning. Chases after that pitch, and it's 0-2.
Once again, that fastball at about 98 up and away from Kyle Crawford. Certainly this is not one guy you want on base in a tie ball game, that's for sure. He can turn a single into a double very quickly with a steal.
Little pop-up, foul ground. Adrian Beltre, he is there to make the catch for the second out of the 11th.
Bard's got great stuff so far in this ball game here tonight. He comes inside with a fastball up and really ties up Kyle Crawford for that little pop-up to third base.
Two down, and here is Ben Zobrist at an infield hit back in the third inning. 1 for 4 game with an RBI. High fly ball down the right field line. Drew coming in. Calling off Pedroia as Drew makes the catch that ends the inning. 10.5 done, tied at 1. Peter Gammons, Terry Francona's reaction from this suspended game. Other MLB highlights, of course, a big win today for the Bruins against the Sabres. They started down in that game 2-0 with a 5-3 victory. And all you're trying to do, Jerry, is split in Buffalo. And they're able to get that split there and come back home.
Now, last score I saw, they were trailing at 3-2. Next thing I know, I go down to the clubhouse, and the Bruins have won at 5-3. So, some very quick scoring.
A big Bruins win today as we head to the bottom of the 11th inning. J.D. Drew grounds it foul towards the Red Sox dugout. Drew, Pedroia, and Youkilis are in the bottom of the 11th inning. For his third inning of relief, has retired all 6 Red Sox he has faced since coming into the game. As Drew takes it inside 1-1. 2 very good innings from Daniel Bard. Manny Del Carmen up in the pen. J.D. Drew with a walk back in the 5th inning, getting on base, but 0 for 3 in this game. On the ground foul, 2-2. to center field, and a base hit for J.D. Drew. That's the bottom of the 11th inning started. First base runner to reach against Lance Cormier.
Line shot up the middle by J.D. Drew. Picks up his first base hit of this ball game. Once again, he gets that little cut fastball, and the line shot right up the middle with the shift on.
So lead runner on for the Red Sox for the first time since the 6th inning. The inning in which Youkilis was gunned down at the plate. There is Dustin Pedroia looking for his first hit of the game. 0 for 3 with a walk as he takes ball 1.
Not going to be asking Pedroia to bunt right here. He's been their hottest hitter. Does take a long look down at Tim Bogart at third base.
Joe's bunt pulls back and takes ball 2, 2-0.
I think right there, Don, he was looking to bunt maybe for a base hit. He had Longoria way behind that bag at third base. Not expecting the bunt out of Pedroia either. See how deep Longoria is, and I think Dustin's thinking about maybe dropping one down that third base line for a hit. It did not bait in Longoria, that's for sure.
This swing away fouls it off. 2-1.
Right now it's really raining.
Andy Sonnenstein, who of course been on the rotation last couple of years for the Rays, moved to the bullpen. Started to warm in the pen as Lance Cormier's into his 3rd inning of relief. Pedroia lines it to right field, a base hit. J.D. Drew to second base as Zobrist gets it back in quickly. First 2 of reach for the Red Sox here in the 11th inning.
Dustin Pedroia takes the cut fastball and takes it to the opposite field for the base hit. Trying to stay away from Pedroia. They've been trying to do that all game long, which goes back to last night, of course. Pedroia takes it the other way for the base hit, so the Red Sox got something going first and second.
Two on, nobody out, and Kevin Youkilis the batter. Youkilis 0 for 2 in the game, but he's been aboard twice, walking in the 4th and again in the 6th inning. As he takes ball 1. He's got a home run against Cormier. 3 for 11 in his career. Youkilis on the ground at third base. A bobble there for Longoria, and everybody's going to be safe. So instead of perhaps having an opportunity to turn a double play, Longoria gets nobody.
Yeah, there was that possibility, Don, but he rushed it. He was trying to rush the double play. The job really for him is to make sure he catches the ball and get 1 out. He came up on that ball a little bit, and he'll draw the error. He came up, the ball stayed down.
Now Joe Madden is going to bring an outfielder into the infield. Ben Zobrist coming in from right field. He's going to stack the infield. As he grabs the infielder's glove for Ben Zobrist. With the bases loaded, nobody out here in the 11th inning. Kevin Longoria charged with the error. So nobody out. Drew at third, Pedroia at second, Youkilis at first. And a chance for the Red Sox to end this suspended game here in the 11th. Joe Madden has aligned his defense in the conference at the mound.
And let's see how he sets him up in the infield. Looks like 3 guys, possibly 4, going to the right side. We'll see. 3 guys to the right side, 2 on the left side, all coming in for the play at the plate. And the outfield is a split.
Well, a chance here for a frustrated David Ortiz to get it done. A career 368 batter with the bases loaded, 8 grand slams. Winning run 90 feet away, and J.D. Drew.
They're trying to bring their infielders in closer. They're too deep right now. If they catch the ball back there, it'd be hard to throw somebody out. They're trying to get both the outfielders in a little bit more shallow, especially in center field. Kyle Crawford
having a hard time getting their attention. Nobody's moving.
He's not looking in the dugout.
That time finally called. Deanna Navarro is pointing to the outfielders to take a look at the dugout. They're trying to talk to you guys.
Now they'll come in.
Cormier ready with the pitch to David Ortiz. David takes ball 1. What an opportunity here for the Red Sox in the 11th inning. Drew with a single to get it started. Pedroia follows it up with a single of his own. The error at third by Longoria, and they're loaded with nobody out. Ortiz grounds it to first base. Pena comes home for the force out, and it is picked by Navarro, and it is an out as he holds onto the baseball to pick it out of the dirt. And Drew arrived at the same time, kind of took his legs out, but Drew is out at the plate, and the game remains tied.
Now the ground ball to first base. You see Pena here with the throw in the dirt. All of a sudden, Deanna Navarro has to become a first baseman. Catch the ball on a bounce and then get taken out almost like a second baseman by J.D. Drew. It's a golden opportunity missed there by the Red Sox. Now with Beltre coming up, they'll keep the same alignment, except they'll move one of their infielders just about even with second base.
Adrian Beltre with a swing and a miss for strike 1. If Cormier gets out of this mess, this would be unbelievable.
The way the middle infield is playing right now, they could possibly go for a double play. On a ball hit hard to the shortstop or second baseman, they could go for 2 to get out of this inning. Or they have the other option, if it's not hit that hard, to go home and get the force out.
Regular second baseman is standing at second base. With Zobrist, who came in from right between first and second base.
I was wondering which one was at second base.
And it is Carlos Pena well off the line at first.
Outfield still shallow with the 1 out.
It's outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Adrian Beltre. Rain falling at Fenway, the resumption of the suspended game from last night. Beltre grounds it foul, and it's 1-2. Beltre fouls the breaking ball off, and it hangs at 1-2.
Had a good one to hit that time. That breaking ball stayed up in the zone and in. And Beltre fouls it off. Would have been a good pitch to lift to the outfield and game over.
Bases loaded, one down here in the 11th inning. Beltre nubs it foul. We'll do it again. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat for Adrian Beltre. Pedroia 90 feet away, representing the winning run here in the 11th. Outside, ball 2. Joe Madden electing to go with 5 infielders with just 2 outfielders. At the time the bases were loaded with nobody out. They have 1 out now. Two to Beltre. Beltre, it's a ground ball to third base. Longoria touches third, goes to first, and the Rays get out of the jam amazingly in the 11th. Still tied at 1.
Unbelievable. Yes. Not yet. Yes.
As we head to the 12th, and Jerry, an outstanding opportunity for the Red Sox goes by the boards.
What frustration for the Boston Red Sox. Bases loaded, nobody out. David Ortiz first with the ground ball to first base. They get the lead man at home, just get the 1 out of that. Nice play by Dion Navarro. And then a ground ball to third base. Longoria tags the bag across the diamond, and the Red Sox do not score. Bases loaded, nobody out.
Evan Longoria able to atone for the error in that inning as he starts the double play that ends the inning. Here is Manny Del Carmen. Here's in his 3rd game of the year. 3 innings so far for Del Carmen. He's not allowed to run. The opponent hitting at 111 against Manny. Longoria, Pena, and Upton are expected. All have home runs against Manny Del Carmen. And all 333 in their career against Manny Del Carmen. Danny Bard very good tonight. Faced 6 batters, retired them all. Had 2 strikeouts in his 2-inning effort out of the pen. Strike 1 to Evan Longoria.
All the juggling that the Joe Madden did with his infield and outfield really didn't make a difference because both ground balls where his play would have been anyway. Pena, of course, and Longoria at third base.
In the dirt outside, 1-1.
determined last working 5 days ago in Kansas City. Did not appear in the Minnesota series. Last outing he had was 2 innings of shutout pitching against the Royals. Inside, 2-1. Longest out he had this season, 2-inning effort against Kansas City, and the longest one since September of last year against the White Sox. Also a 2-inning effort. 3-1 to Evan Longoria. The Rays in this game, dating back to last night, have not had a base hit since the 6th inning. And it was a single by Evan Longoria. Bats here to begin the 12th. Fouled off to the right, full count. Outside ball 4. Gets away from Varitek as Longoria makes his way down to first base. Leadoff walk for Evan Longoria to begin the 12th inning.
I don't know how bad the conditions are on the dirt part of the infield, but Longoria did have a steal last night back in the 2nd inning.
Carlos Pena 0 for 3 with a walk tonight. Walked in the 9th inning. They'll steal a base, one of 4 thefts for the Rays in this game. There's a foul off to the left for strike 1.
It's like Pena may have hurt his hand a little bit on that swing because it seemed to come off the bat when he was making his swing. Fastball up and away. You see him roll over and get that left hand off the bat very quickly.
Already wearing a protective guard on that hand. There's a throw to first base, and back is Longoria. Sonnenstein is still up. The closer, Rafael Soriano, starting to limber up. The 1 to Carlos Pena. Fouled off to the left, out of play, and it's 0-2. The season ended last year after he was hit by a CC Sabathia pitch, breaking 2 fingers on his left hand. So that explains the guard here to begin this season for Carlos Pena. Led the league in home runs despite 25 games of the year missing, as he takes ball 1, 1, and 2.
That didn't miss by very much. 0-2 fastball to Pena. Let's see what the Amica pitch zone says. Right at the top of the strike zone.
2 out of 3 this year. Has been caught 1 time in his career as he gains the lead at first base. 1-2 the count. And he fouls off another. Back in 2008, a home run in extra innings, the 14th inning for Carlos Pena. Did that against Mike Timlin here at Fenway Park.
And at that particular time, Don, you just didn't think that that Pena was going to have the kind of career that he ended up having. Been terrific for Tampa Bay.
He's had 119 home runs as a member of the Rays. 1-2 is up and away. 2-2. And a walk-off here as a member of the Red Sox back in 2006. Goes to right field. Two to Pena. Breaking ball lifted in the air to shallow center field. Hermida coming in to make the running catch. Longoria was about halfway and has to scamper back to the bag at first with 1 out here in the 12th.
Almost a half swing here by Pena. He's kind of reaching out and punching the ball to the opposite field. Very good jump by Hermida to be able to make the catch, and Longoria has to scuffle back to first base.
So 1 down in the inning. Longoria at first base. Still, here's B.J. Upton. Walk back in the 2nd inning. Since then, he's grounded out, flied out, and struck out. To left field. Hermida moving over to make the running grab. On the line drive to left for Upton. And the 2nd out here of the 12th inning.
Ball hit very hard by B.J. Upton, but there's Hermida again, going about 7 steps to his left to be able to make the catch.
So 2 down here in the 12th inning. Longoria, who led off with a walk, still standing at first base. And here is Pat Burrell. Burrell coming into this game hitting at just .208, an 0 for 4 game tonight. And has dropped that average down to 179. His 2nd season in Tampa Bay. Inside for ball 1. Never had a hit against Manny Del Carmen. Tried to hold up, and Veritek wants to check. They do check, and Tony Randazzo says he did not offer, so 2-0. Now to Pat Burrell.
Burrell able to hold up on the Manny Del Carmen changeup. Good call right there. Did not break the wrist. Did not get the barrel of the bat out in front of the plate.
Burrell hits a high fly ball to deep left center field. Back goes Hermida at the wall. It is gone into the monster seats. A 2-run home run for Pat Burrell. His first home run of 2010 puts the Rays on top 3-1 in the top of the 12th inning. How about that? Red Sox had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 11th. And the Rays take the lead in the 12th.
Yeah, with 2 outs and the count in his favor, 2 balls and no strikes. Burrell gets the fastball from Del Carmen and up into the monster seats. As you mentioned, not as big breeze tonight. And that ball took right into the first row of the monster seats. That's what Philadelphia fans are used to seeing from Pat Burrell.
Reed Brenyak That's with 2 outs, base is empty, and the Rays on top by 2. Brignac in this game, a double. Back in the 5th inning, 1 for 4 game. Now the Rays will get Soriano ready in the pen. Red Sox will be expecting Hermida, Veritek. And Mike Cameron's spot in the 12th. To right field. J.D. Drew back to make the catch. It ends the inning. But a 2-run shot for Pat Burrell has the Rays on top 3-1.
Gee willikers.
Yep.
Carmen at 92 miles an hour that Burrell takes into the front row of the bleacher seats. The Red Sox missed a golden opportunity with bases loaded and nobody out, and the Rays come back and with 2 outs have a 2-run home run.
Surprisingly, Lance Cormier is at least warming up for this inning like he's going to pitch it.
Well, I think Don, what's happening here is that Soriano's not ready in the bullpen, and as soon as he is ready,
Doesn't look like
he'll make a move.
Working hard to get ready.
No, it's drinking a little water, and, what's the rush?
So the closer, who was 2 for 2, remains in the pen for the moment as Cormier continues to warm up. It'll be Hermida, Veritek, and Cameron scheduled to bat. Red Sox dealing with a 2-run deficit. Hermida with a single back in the 2nd inning, 1 for 4. And just as Cormier gets done with the warm-up tosses, here comes Joe Madden to make the move. So Soriano is ready now as he makes his way in. The pitching change from Fenway Park with the Rays on top 3-1. 3-1 Tampa Bay on top. Bottom of the 12th inning. Jeremy Hermida stands in and takes ball one high from Rafael Soriano, closer for the Rays, who makes his 5th appearance at 1-0 mark, 2 for 2 in save opportunities. And behind 2-0. His 9th season in the majors, returning to the American League after 3 seasons with Atlanta. See the numbers for the batters coming up against Soriano. First 5 years in the big leagues for him, 02 through 06 as a member of the Seattle Mariners. There's a strike, 2-1. He's 30 years of age, acquired in December from the Atlanta Braves. He's a right-handed hitter's lifetime to a 169 average. And it's his lefty who cranks one foul. Ramon Ramirez warming up in case. Hermida strikes out, kind of changed his mind in the middle, but he's out number 1 at the bottom of the 12th inning.
Started to pull the trigger, realized the ball was not a strike, tried to hold up but could not do it. Looked like the ball was up and away from Hermida, but he recognized it a little too late.
One down here in the 12th, and here's Jason Varitek. Home run back in the 5th inning, a 1-for-4 night. Well, last year, 102 strikeouts and 75 2/3 innings pitched. Ranked second among major league relievers in that category. The Dodgers' Jonathan Broxton at 114 Ks. There's a strike, 2-1. He's gotten behind first 2 hitters that he's faced. He strikes out Hermida. And it's 2-1 now to Jason Varitek.
And so far it's been all fastballs from Soriano.
Varitek sends it out towards right center field, and this will go down to the track in the wall. Sobrist sends it back in, but it's a 1-out double for Jason Varitek and his 2nd hit of the game.
Yeah, the home run for Varitek back in the 5th inning to the opposite field, this time pulling the fastball. Gets it right down the middle of the plate and hooks it right out toward that Red Sox bullpen. Sobers puts the chase on it, looks towards Upton. Neither guy can get to it. And they slop around in the mud out there near the warning track.
So Mike Cameron, who bats for the first time, coming into this game defensively in center field, represents the tying run as he stands in with the Red Sox down 3-1, 1 out in the 12th. Ball 1 to Cameron.
First breaking ball from Soriano, the hard slider.
And there for strike, 1-1. High at 95, and it's 2-1. Marco Scudero waiting on deck. And Cameron batting out of the number 9 spot. 1 out. Jason Varitek at second base. Popped up. Foul off third. Evan Longoria steps into foul ground. And Longoria makes the catch for the second out here in the 12th inning. So 2 down. Jason Varitek still at second base.
Longoria takes a peek, see how much room he's got, which is plenty. The wind pushes it back just a touch, but he's able to make the catch for the second out of the inning.
2 down, runner at second. Marco Scudero 0 for 5 in this game tonight. And there for strike 1.
Hardest fastball yet by Soriano. 94 on the last fastball.
In tight, it's a ball and a strike. The regularly scheduled game tonight, Clay Buchholz, 1-0, will be matched up against James Shields. Not a record so far in the year. One to Marco Scudero. Slice foul off to the right, and the Red Sox are down to their last strike. Fly ball headed to right field. Ben Zobrist moves over and in and makes the catch. It ends the game. So the Tampa Bay Rays are able to take game 1 of this series. About 24 hours to get it done, but the Rays come back here, and Jerry, really frustrating. And the Red Sox had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 11th, could not score, and the Rays come away with the win in the very next inning.
Yeah, surprising end to this ball game, because there's no question that it looked like the Red Sox are going to win this game. Bases loaded, nobody out. You got Ortiz coming up to the plate. You got Beltre. They cannot score in that inning. And then, of course, the 2-out home run by Pat Burrell gives the Tampa Bay Rays the win. So a very, very tough, frustrating loss for the Red Sox.
Grounds crew will work on the field. We hope you'll come back and join us for the regularly scheduled game tonight, game 2 of the series between the Rays and Red Sox, as the Rays take game 1. Until then, we send it to Tom Caron and Peter Gammons. TC?